Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the E-25, the Tier 7 German premium tank destroyer. It's located on the northeast spawn of Live Oaks and it's under the command of SlyMeerkat. Now we've been having a lot of replays with E-25s in recently, and somebody reminded me that, well, they're not the favourite thing you want to see if you're in an Arty. That's true, but Artys can kill E-25s, and I've done that more times than I can imagine. In fact, including once where I've killed an E-25 specifically trying to come and kill me. Yep, I zapped him with a 152mm round from an SU-8 and he was out the game just like that. Okay, well, Sly's in the E-25 and this little thing scurries around like a cockroach. And that's how it got its name. And at the moment, he's trying to get sights of the enemy, decide which side he's going to attack. I don't think he's made his mind up yet. This little tank destroyer is actually also technically fairly good as a reconnaissance vehicle, but unfortunately he's been spotted by the enemy. In fact, it was the enemy Crusader, I think, who saw him. And yeah, the enemy Arty's already tried to have a go. He's saying kill the Crusader or attack the Crusader. Unfortunately, our teammates don't seem to be listening much at the moment. And that Crusader has kept keeping us spotted, but he is receiving fire from the Tiger, I think. And there you go, there's a big hit from the Tiger. That was a 88mm round. One more hit and he will be out the game. He is. Okay, that's changed it. Now we can do some traditional spotting. Looks like most of the enemy, though, has already made it to the town centre. So I'm not sure how much spotting he's going to get. The Tiger made a big mistake of moving away from the building, and as a consequence he got wiped out as well. Okay, 75mm gun, capable of 135 alpha. His reload time is 2.36. The standard reload is 2.88 seconds, so it's very fast reload. Gets a lovely shot using the bush mechanic on that T-3485 and tracked him. Tried to get another shot on that T-29, no, didn't get it. That looks like that might have hit the bridge supports. There's another tank in the marsh area, it's the KV-13. It's a pretty decent Tier 7 and Soviet medium. Can carry a big 122mm gun, that tank, which actually makes it quite lethal. And he's now looking in our direction. Oh, no, he's not anymore. And he's out the game. The good thing about the E-25 is it can shred its opponents fairly quickly. Now you can see that Sly has actually loaded quite a lot of premium ammo in this game. I think he's trying to mark this thing. He's just marked his... 3-marked his Comet, so I presume this is his next venture to 3-mark a E-25. Hellcat in sight, but I think he's about to go. Yes, he has. So they're 2 up on the enemy at the moment. I think he's now going to try and cause a bit of trouble in the enemy rear area. Okay, using the spot, he can attack the enemy over by the bridge. This is good. This is very good. Unfortunately, he didn't track the T-29 and he managed to get up out the water. Can't get a shot on that T-3485. We'll need 2 shots to kill him. Oh, Challenger! Now that would be very useful. Gets 1 in and another. Needs 4 more shots. Tries blind. Unfortunately, I didn't hit. Okay, go for it again. 2 more. 1 more to kill. And unfortunately misses out the kill. That goes to the Super Chaffee, who's alongside him. And oh, Arty just came in, so he did get spotted. But at least the the kill was there on the Challenger. Now we're 2 down on the enemy now. For some reason, our team has really let go in the town. And so we're well behind. He's trying to seek a defensive position near the cap area to stop the enemy coming up the railway line. And now that we've lost all of our tanks, bear that FP304, and he's just been killed by the T29. But T29 will die, and he's gone. There's another T29 up there, and Arty rounds were heard, but not in this direction. And now Sly is 1 of 2 left in the game, facing 6 opponents, and 5 of those are heavy tanks. Okay, so he's getting to a position where he can take shots on T29 without being spotted. Gonna have to come forward. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's it, that's better. Can't get pens at the moment, and he's using the premium ammo as well. He'll have to wait until they get a bit closer. You might have to consider abandoning this position altogether. The T29's firing in this direction, but he missed. They must be coming from the town soon. The AMX is trying to come in behind the T29, so here might be Sly's chance, and he gets 1 in. It's a high roll. Now if the T29 turns around to attack the AMX-12, who's sitting behind him, okay, that distracted him, and he's now turning to face the AMX-12. Now Sly's chance. He gets 1 into the cupola, tries to get the turret, gets it again, high roll, got the turret, and kill shot. Yes, he gets him. So he's got his 3rd kill. Nice bit of work there. Unfortunately, well, fortunately, actually, I should say, the AMX-12 ton does have 100% health, which is going to be quite interesting now. He's only got 1 kill. He's headed up towards our cap to just spot for the what's coming in from the town centre. I'm surprised that the enemy tanks didn't try to come in sooner. In fact, he's doing a good job because he's now spotting around the outside of the lake to try and work out where the enemy's gone. Now, it may be that the reason we're not seeing any enemy tanks coming in from the town is that they returned to their own cap thinking they were about to be overrun, and they may be coming up behind SlyMeerkat. So looking at the minimap, it looks like he's indicating that spot, and he thinks they're coming in behind. And in fact, actually, no, one of the Tigers has been spotted coming out the town. Well, say one of the Tigers, because they've got a King Tiger and a Tiger 1, and it's only the Tiger 1 that's been spotted so far. So he's trying to move to a position so he can get some shots. The King Tiger is coming up the from the south along the railway line in order to get shots on. Oh, and there's the enemy M44. So it's worth taking that one out right away, because otherwise he's going to take a lot of fire. That's it, 1 kill shot, not quite. Next one, takes a blind shot and gets him. Nicely done. The AMX-12 ton needs to stay clear of this side of the railway line. He's trying to spot for us. The King Tiger captured. Looks like he pulled back. No, he's still there. And the AMX-12 ton quickly gets over to this side of the railway line. Now, he is a one-shot for us, so we can go directly over and put one in his rear and finish him off. The AMX-12 ton comes over with us at the same time. He is an autoloader, so he might have enough rounds. Okay, that was a one-shot kill. Now he's going to take at least 4 or 5 shots to kill the OI. Here we go. This is where it really helps having somebody with an autoloader. 1 more shot to kill. Yes! That's a Top Gun. There's only 2 enemies left. He could get a Radley's, but on the other hand, he could actually let the AMX-12 ton get the last remaining 2 kills, and if they platoon, they both get a brothers in arms. He's going to join the AMX-12 ton. if they can both quickly get to the enemy cap, they can start capping and force the enemy to come to them. And remember, both these tanks are basically got great camo, and that makes them very stealthy, very difficult for the enemy to spot them, and they have to get fairly close in order to see both of these tanks. Oh, Crumsy took off there. And they found one of them, it's KB1S. Unfortunately, he's out in the open already. Or did he pull back into cover? It looks like he's a one-shot. Okay, and the enemy started capping at the other end. That must be the Tiger 1. So we know the KB1S is near. There he is. MX-12 tank can take him out easily. And he does! Now, if only Sly can offer the platoon, or the MX-12 ton do the same. Oh, he's coming back to cap. Well, that's a bit odd. I would have thought he would have driven up and tried to get the defender as well as kill the enemy off, but I suppose he's chosen not to. And oh well, that's amazing. The Tiger 1 has abandoned the cap, which means that our AMX-12 ton could as well if he wanted to, but he's staying in the cap, and that means the game is certain. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for SlyMeerkat in the E25. He managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 10, and he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, as well as a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. It could have been more, but he chose not to get the Radleys. Instead, he opted to try and make the safe game and start the cap, which would force the KV-1S to try and intercept. The AMX-12 ton did get the kill, and that just meant that it was an end game, either to go after that King Tiger captured, or well, it was a King Tiger captured, or end the game there and then with a cap out. And well, I think you miss out on the bonus if you do, and so everyone would have got more bonus for killing the King Tiger captured, but by staying in the cap anyway, he left the cap, and a bit of a mistake for him. The win rate from that game was 12,026, which means that SlyMeerkat is improving rapidly in his E25, and I don't think it'll be long before he gets 3 marks in this one as well. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the high caliber, the highest damage was 3,930 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer in that game was the King Tiger captured, 2,510, and the third highest damage in this game went to the T29, or one of them, on the enemy team, 2,446. It wasn't the King Tiger captured that was in the cap, actually it was the Tiger 1, my mistake. When it came to kills, it was Sly again with 6 kills. 4 kills went to the T29 on the enemy team, and 3 kills went to the Tiger 1. And it's a pity really, because if the AMX-12 ton had actually gone round to the cap and killed the Tiger 1, he actually would have ended up with potentially a brothers in arms if they platooned, and of course 3 kills, but of course he would have got the bonus as well, and a defender medal. And when it came to base XP, yep, it's Sly with 1,564. The second highest was the AMX-12 ton, 1,095, and they were the only 2 players to get over 1,000 base. And the next highest player after that was the King Tiger captured with 737, the enemy one. Yes, because the next best one on their own team was the Super Chappy with 666. And if you remember, he did the kill steal on the Challenger. Sly fired 53 rounds in that game. You only get 60 rounds of ammunition, so he only had 7 left at the end of the game. He got 40 direct hits on the enemy and 32 penetrations, so it did help that he had the premium ammo. And when he was up against those T29s, he was finding it difficult trying to get through them. That AMX 12 ton was a great distraction for the T29 because it made him turn sideways where his armor was weak, and that made Sly an easy target. 3,930 hit points of damage, of which 3,208 were at more than 300 meters. So virtually all of the damage, or near most of it, was at more than 300 meters. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, 990 hit points of damage assistance, 68 capture points in the cap at the end, so he wasn't far off getting an Invader medal as well. And when it came to credits, 98,129 credits earned from the battle, but he did use an awful lot of premium ammo, and that made him make it a loss of 70,272 credits along with the consumables he used. He did get 25 bonds out of the game, and 2,346 XP, 469 for this being a premium vehicle, 2,815 experience points altogether. I think we've seen the modules and armor for the E25 enough. It's actually very weak armor on the top of the vehicle, which is the area to actually aim for, not for the lower part of the vehicle. And of course the modules are all crammed in at the top, especially the ammo racks, so you try to aim for just at the top of the on the front of the front glacis where the viewports are, or the sides of the vehicle near the top of the front of the vehicle, because that's where the ammo racks are as well. That's in the other modules. So yes, they are fairly easy to take down if you know where to fire at them. So well done to Sly. I'm not sure if this is his next project to get his 3rd mark on, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.